Welcome to the Esports Report presented by the Xbox One. Mr. X joined by Jack. Feels so good not to have Ben here.
Oh, wow.
Nah, I'm kidding. It's
being
the Xbox One, the official console of MLG.
Yeah.
Jack, how you doing, buddy? I haven't seen you in a little bit.
I know you
So
traveled
it's
all
been
the
a
X
while.
Games. I asked Ben the same
Traveled
question
the X
yesterday.
Games.
Did you have fun? You
Yeah, I
enjoyed
had
it?
fun. Had a good time. It
Was
was
it a little
very
warm?
hot.
Yeah.
It was very hot. I'm not a fan of that type of heat.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit ridiculous.
No,
Like nowhere should be that hot.
We were
Just
talking
kind
about
of
how Maven at some points couldn't even form words.
No, he couldn't.
He just like.
And I saw a great tweet from I think it was Brian Saint. He was like, having Maven on the analysis desk is like having Mike Tyson breaking down the Stanley Cup. Like, it just shouldn't happen. Just shouldn't happen.
I mean,
So-
I couldn't agree more.
All right, stop laughing.
Oh, it's,
Anyway,
it's too true.
what are we gonna be doing today, Jack?
We got a great show. We're going to be doing some.
Are you
game
just
news.
lying to the people, or are you telling them the truth?
No, we actually do a fantastic show. I was
Okay,
stuck.
I believe
Hello.
you.
I was stuck in the Lincoln Tunnel for 3 hours this morning.
So what time did you get here?
I got here at around 1 today.
Oh, so you don't really know if we have a fantastic show.
Oh, no, I do. I got to work on it for the
Oh,
last
okay,
couple of hours,
good.
making sure Max didn't mess too many things up.
No,
So we got game news. We got fails of the week. Good old what segment. The quick scope, breaking down some big questions. A lot of them Black Ops 2 themed. Want to hear your guys' thoughts. Also talking about probably which gun's the most OP in the history of Call of Duty. And then we'll have the full Black Ops 2 throwdown tournament or throwback tournament recap from last night. We have some great gameplays here to show. Also kind of breaking down some of the setups we saw. Obviously, you'll be great at doing that. I don't know if I'll be around for that segment, but overall, pretty solid show.
Yeah, we'll be breaking down a lot of the stuff from the Black Ops 2 tournament last night. But game news, kick things off. First thing we're going to be talking about is FIFA 15, Jack.
Yeah, I don't know about you. I'm not a big FIFA player.
Before we start,
Okay.
MLG hit 1 million followers. Congrats, MLG. I want to thank everybody at MLG. That's awesome.
MLG's a good group.
It's like everybody combined to make that happen. That's pretty sweet.
It's pretty crazy. 1 million followers.
How many followers do you have?
I think just under 9,000.
You're not even at 10,000?
Dude, I started like 5 months ago.
You're so basic, Jack.
Wow. Dude, all right. Ego.
It's pretty basic.
Ego. That's why Benson's my favorite, because he has more followers than you.
Yeah.
I can't even lie. I like you way more than
yeah,
Benson.
yeah.
I'm just going to be
Come on,
real with
really?
everybody. But game news now.
Yeah.
1 million followers, super hyped about that. But
1 million follower hype.
yeah, 1 million follower hype at least. FIFA 15, the first game news. We cover this every week. This is the new cards or players that come in the card pack of the team of the week. Is that what it is? Max was talking about it.
Sure.
I'm not a big FIFA player. We have
I
a link here.
know nothing about FIFA.
Yeah, we have a link here to some of the cards that you'll see, some of the notable players. There you can see like 4,000 retweets on this stuff, and it happens every single week.
Claudio Bravo, rated 90. That's huge.
He's a goalkeeper.
All right, I know Messi and I know Ronaldo and I know Suarez.
Wait, so Ronaldo's the highest rated, but I always hear back and forth of who's the best between Messi and Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I don't know who's better.
I don't know. I think
we can both agree here. We can both agree here. It's stuff outside of the United States, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, I don't know if I would say it doesn't really matter.
I'm just kidding.
I would say there's a lot of places that matter.
Just because Benson's not here, we can get away with saying that without
we kinda
causing
can.
a whole.
Yeah, so that's cool. FIFA, one of the biggest games.
Yeah.
FIFA 16, we covered that announcement.
Yeah, with the
like 2 weeks ago?
the female teams
the
too.
women's
That's
teams.
that's really
That's
unique.
cool. Witcher 3 hits 4 million copies sold. That's a lot of copies. In 2
Yes,
weeks.
it is, man. Yeah, just 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
That's pretty crazy, considering the fact that like, it's not like a new IP, so it shows that there's still so much for this series to build off of.
Yeah.
And I mean, as The Witcher 3, they've gone huge with this game. We've covered a lot of the fails. There have been
Horses in the sky.
Yeah, the horses
crazy,
flying around.
Crazy-ish.
There have been its fair share of issues on the Xbox One that I know they've still been waiting to patch. But obviously, 4 million games is massive for. It's not a multiplayer game.
No.
It's just all you, single player, and a lot of
2
times.
weeks.
Yeah.
I think they had like a $10 million budget to make the game or something like that.
I have no idea.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you that. I'm giving you information. I know you didn't know that.
No. Oh,
But
thanks.
that's extremely impressive.
And one thing I do want to point out with that game is their marketing, their ads and everything generated a lot of hype from people who have never even touched the game. Some random people on my Facebook, like friends from high school and kids that were in my high school, were just like, this game looks sick, and they're not even involved in video games.
No, yeah, the commercial's been everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think like a regular, just to put that $10 million number in kind of like perspective, like a
Yeah.
AAA like title, like a big like blockbuster
Oh,
release,
gosh.
is like 30 to 40 million. So
Yeah.
they did it with like a third of the budget, and the game's just sick.
Remember that like random
Game's sick.
there was that random Destiny rumor that they had like a $500 million budget to make Destiny, and they're like, I don't know about that. That'd be a little ridiculous.
You might as well just make a console with that type of money. Hearthstone,
This is actually big.
new game mode's called Tavern Brawl.
Yeah.
This is interesting. What's this about, Jack?
So basically, yesterday we didn't get to cover it on the ESR because we were doing so much X Games recap and overall Black Ops 2 hype. But Blizzard wound up releasing a very short 6-second GIF of another game mode being unlocked that they didn't show off, and now this is what it is. Tavern Brawl. It's basically each week a different Tavern Brawl will pit you head-to-head versus another player using exciting and unique rules. One week might feature preset decks, while another week could have you crafting a brand new Tavern Brawl deck following specific guidelines. Now, this is something we've never seen before
This is cool.
in the history of Hearthstone. You have, like, there might be specific buffs to certain minions, or certain cards might be playable versus others. I saw a thread on the Reddit Hearthstone where they were talking about, what would you like to see used in this? Because it really opens up so many opportunities.
And some new heroes?
They're basically new hero portraits, so they're not fully new heroes with different hero
just new
abilities.
pictures.
They're just new pictures. They cost money, which is actually a large portion of debate. They're not cheap. They're $10.
$10?
Yeah, $10 whole for the hero picture. They
Does it do anything else
They come
besides
gold.
change them?
It's like a skin from League of Legends sort of thing. So
Gotcha.
showing off how the card backs will now be set
But
up.
I put a bunch of money into Hearthstone.
I mean, now that it's on mobile, it's absolutely great.
I
But
put a ton of money.
people were laughing because actually in this article they rickroll you. They rickroll people in the article. If you scroll back up, you'll see there's a friends list where they show off like how you can invite your friend, and it's gonna be that friends list right there.
Yeah.
And it's tough to read, but the name is Astley, the character name, and each first word is roll us in the
Blizzard's awesome.
Oh, they have so many great aspects of their company and games. So a lot of hype around this. If you haven't played Hearthstone, it is just something that is great to just kill time.
On my brother's iPad.
Yep.
I have it on my cell phone.
Yep.
Have it on my MacBook.
Yep.
It is just a lay in bed and just play.
Yeah.
You know when you're like too tired to like get up and go to your PC or your
You play
Xbox,
Hearthstone.
but you want to play something.
Yeah.
Like solitaire, like that's not cool. That's roll people.
That's for my dad.
That shit sucks.
Yeah.
You play Hearthstone,
That's completely true.
and then I would get frustrated
Yeah.
because I didn't have like the best decks, so I just started
Buying a ton.
decks, like full decks.
And now you're $600 in debt.
No, I think I only really spent probably about like $150.
Okay, that's
cards.
respectable.
Yeah.
That's not like Maven with Counter Strike, which is like 2.2K or something like that.
Yeah, no, a Counter-Strike with Maven is just, I bought like $100 worth of cases the last 2 days. Anyway, Halo 5. This
Yeah.
is kind of crazy. Crazy in a good way. They plan to have more than 15 DLC maps by June 2016. All of them free. That is great work.
Have you ever
343.
seen something like that be announced before? Like about
No.
just all the DLC just becoming free? I mean, obviously everyone mentions.
That's a crazy approach, though. Like, we haven't
Yeah.
really seen somebody give away like 16 maps is usually like how like just for just kind of giggles.
Yeah.
How many maps came in Black Ops 2?
Standard?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14. So they're offering more
And then we don't have DLC on
Nuketown.
here.
Like, yeah, everyone got Nuketown.
Yeah.
That's like 15 maps. That's basically doubling the maps within, and it's not like within a full year. It's November to June.
Yeah.
That's like a
A little bit over 6 months.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people are mentioning where Halo needed some good news. Like in regards to the Master Chief Collection, everyone thought, here comes Halo, it's back, everyone's going to relive these great memories. And just yesterday, they released the ranks for the Team Doubles playlist,
Yeah.
like the Halo 2, Halo 3 playlist. So finally, the ranks are in, which were supposed to launch on day one. So
Yeah.
it's been a troubling time for Halo. This is some good news for it, especially
No,
for the
this is
fans.
cool.
Now, the thing is that everyone's mentioning, like, is this just like a desperation move where they're like, we just have to give them the maps to hopefully generate
Halo
some hype
5,
around it?
I think will be fine. Did you
I'm
play the
hoping it is.
beta?
Yeah, I did.
I liked it a lot.
And I liked how they had like a full-on ranking system.
Yeah.
As in, I don't know if it was fully working to its fullest extent.
It's
but I played
I
like
know they were talking that it's like kind of it's based off like ELO, kind of like
Well, that's
like
the
the
thing.
StarCraft. Like,
Yeah, I played for like 6 hours on day one, and you do your placements. I placed in semi-pro at like 1,500 points.
Yeah.
Then I played like 8 more games, and I was pro rating with like 1,700, and you could see kind of where, like, okay, if you were 1,600 or above,
And it
you
was
reached
really
pro.
accurate.
Yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed
And
it.
it matched you up in like good competitive games. I actually there was one
And
game
quickly-
I had that we beat somebody like 50 like 3.
There was a lot of legendary moments in that. And I know, obviously, just a beta, but it was a really solid beta
Oh,
for an
yeah.
FPS game that I've remembered in a long
And I
time.
believe I'd have to check my Twitter. I'm not sure it's true, but I believe they also said that every Halo going forward will have a beta.
Yeah, that's what that was announced. I don't know if it was. I guess it was officially. I didn't read
Yeah,
the
I
full
don't
article,
know. I think it was
but I saw
announced.
that as well. I mean,
Yeah. That's it.
I guess that's called learning your lesson. I feel like they have to do that. A full in-depth beta. I
Right.
mean, in this day and age, that's why people are so excited about the Black Ops 3 beta.
Yeah.
Because it's just typically in the track
I
record,
wonder when we'll get that.
the Black Ops 3 beta.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it wouldn't be too late after E3. But then we've seen betas for like Battlefield where it was like 3 weeks before the game and then the game's out. Like before the real game.
I bet you we'll get it like I think multiplayer is usually around like Gamescom,
Yeah.
but maybe they'll show multiplayer at E3. I think we'll
Well,
probably get
or
it.
at least the multiplayer trailer, because I thought there was supposed to be multiplayer footage released next week. Oh, that's what it was. Did you see the detective work some groups were doing with the Marshawn Lynch video that came out? They showed.
Oh, they like zoomed in
they
on the
yeah,
mini
like,
map
it
and
was,
stuff.
like,
Yeah.
completely glared out.
It's like
they tried.
ridiculous.
They
You
tried
can't even see anything. You're like, oh,
I
look
was-
at
I was laughing.
it. looks like ghosts. It's like, oh
there's,
no.
There's a mini map in the top left.
You're
like
just
every other
crazy.
COD
Yeah, yeah.
game.
Oh my god, the mini map's up there. What does this mean? It doesn't
Speculation.
mean anything.
Half-Life 3
It means
confirmed.
that's where the mini map is. It
Yeah.
doesn't tell you anything about the game.
Oh, I was
people
cracking up.
are just
Now,
fishing for
that's
stuff.
what we were talking about yesterday. You weren't there for the argument, but what are your thoughts on like Marshawn Lynch now being a main villain in the game? Like, do you think they did it with Kevin Spacey in the last game? It's just a cool aspect
Cool.
of it, or yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is it something that makes you want to play the campaign more, or not really? Right? That's how I feel. But then some people are making the argument like Kevin Spacey being in from House of Cards would bring in a new audience, but then I don't think the House of Cards audience,
They would bring in a new audience.
like potentially new people.
I
to
feel
play
like
the
people
campaign.
just like throw out crazy words like that, like, oh yeah, like Marshawn Lynch in Call of Duty, that'll be growth because then we'll get NFL people into Call
Yeah.
of Duty. It's like, no, you're just an idiot. you're just throwing out words there.
You're just trying to sound sophisticated.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
I'm in the same boat as you. I don't.
bringing in a new audience. What does that even mean? Like, oh yeah, because people who watch House of Cards will then immediately say, I like House of Cards a lot. Kevin Spacey's in a video game.
I need to now make the purchase of an
I
Xbox
need to now
One.
purchase all this stuff because I want to what? Play as Kevin Spacey?
Yeah. It's not like
Or like,
it's not
I
like
don't
it's a
understand
small
that.
actor who's getting like a big break, so you really want to support them by going and picking up the game and playing against it. It's like Kevin Spacey, who's one of the most famous actors.
And do you go back and like watch all of his movies too because you liked House of Cards? Like,
Yeah.
No, some people, Jack.
Hey, I mean, it's a reason for debate.
Some people are just.
But that was Halo 5, and then we got off on a little bit of a
Yeah.
tangent, mainly on a Call of Duty tangent somehow on that
That's
one.
fine, yeah.
Dark Souls 3
This
was the
is
next
hot.
game we're covering. Yeah, a lot of people, big fans of the Dark Souls franchise. I have never played them too much. I don't know if you have.
Maven loves them.
Oh, Maven loves anything that is like fantasy-esque
Yeah.
weird stuff.
So they released their first promotional images of the game.
Yeah.
That looks sick.
Yeah.
I've never played that, but I want to right now.
Oh, I'm absolutely excited. I'm excited to see where it goes because now it gets to a point where we've seen a lot of people are saying, is Black Ops 3 going to be only next gen, only in PC? Well, now they've announced it's going to be 360 and PS3 as well. How's that going to factor into Dark Souls 3? I haven't seen yet. Is it only next gen? Is it and PC, or is it going to be 360 and PS3 as well? If I'm not mistaken, didn't Dark Souls 2 release at a really awkward time where it was only on the last gen, but the Xbox One and PS4 were out?
Yeah, it was something like that.
So it's like
it was
more
a
like the-
weird
yeah.
release.
One of those awkward moments, but
Interesting. Okay.
definitely another big series that I feel like fits under the same aspect of Witcher 3, where it's just
Yeah,
single
something like
player.
that. Kinda.
You have to kind of roam the world and
Right.
kill things. So we'll see if it. I don't know if
Oh,
it'll sell
so
400
here's a game I've seen a ton of commercials for.
Yeah.
I haven't got a chance to play it. Have you?
I played it in beta, but
Okay.
not after release.
Heroes of the Storm.
yeah.
They released what? A new character and a new map. So we have a video looking at the Butcher from Diablo 3. It's a melee assassin, kind of looks like a tank. That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I hear really good things about this game. I
Yeah.
want to try it.
Well, did you hear that they announced a $500,000 World Championship now for the game as well? At BlizzCon? Yeah. So basically, if you've never seen Heroes of the Storm, it's similar in regards to what you expect from a League of Legends type game as in a MOBA, but it's very unique to a Blizzard franchise. So let's quickly compare. League of Legends, one map, Summoner's
Is that a
Rift.
Murloc?
Yeah. League of Legends, one map, Summoner's Rift. Heroes of the Storm has many maps. Like, if I'm saying, it's like 4 or 5 now, and they all have a separate objective. So, like, one map, you collect coins, you turn them into this pirate who then uses a cannon to destroy the other team's base. Here's the new map, Battleground of Eternity. It's Diablo 3 themed, and this looks absolutely
Yeah, so Angel and Demon battle in the middle. Whichever one wins helps their respective team.
So you can see, there's the Angel, obviously.
And you can help them, you can probably do damage to the
Oh,
opposing
yeah.
persons, yeah. And then they will be getting, Blizzard announced they will be retiring old maps for newer ones. The game will always be changing.
Yeah. So, I mean, they obviously have a game plan here with this one. Heroes
Yeah.
of the Storm, free to play, just like League of Legends. One thing we talked about the other day,
Yeah.
though, is that a big difference between League of Legends and Heroes of the Storm is that Heroes of the Storm, 1, your team shares XP. So it's that you don't have your own single experience. 2, people say it's more of a casual game. Like, it's more
Do you like
lighthearted.
it? You played it in beta, like more
I-
casual.
I
Like,
didn't-
Are you
I didn't
a
get
League
into it.
person or?
I play way more League than Heroes of the
Yeah.
Storm. I think I'll ever will. But one big thing to point out too with Heroes of the Storm is, what was I gonna say? It slipped my mind. When you play Heroes of the Storm, you get like bonuses for the other Blizzard games, so they all tie in together. So when you play when you reach like level 12 in Heroes of the Storm, you get a card back in Hearthstone. When you win something in Hearthstone, you get something for Heroes of the Storm, and like everything is tied in. So once again, it's Blizzard utilizing their smarts, knowing we have some of the biggest franchises in the world tied together. It makes people try other games.
I want to try just because the World of Warcraft characters. I love the World of Warcraft.
Oh yeah, I mean World of Warcraft, Diablo, StarCraft. There's
I really
mounts
should
in the
get back
game.
into that.
There's a lot of like purchasable things like skins that other MOBAs don't have, like mounts. Like you can fly on a Hearthstone card. You can. All the characters have different skins. Like it's really unique. So Heroes of the Storm, definitely watch out for it because they have the Heroes of the Dorm on ESPN2, which generated a lot of buzz, whether it was positive or negative from people who were like, "Why is this on ESPN?"
It was all positive,
but
except for a few angry old people.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a big thing to look out for. I think this game has a future, especially.
Pretty sweet.
Absolutely.
Super Smash Brothers news. Lucas
Always good.
coming out as a DLC character. See Lucas right there.
Remember that?
Oh god,
Good
yeah.
times.
Him and Ness, they're homeboys.
The
He's
duo.
back. PK Thunder. The 14th, he's going to be released. I love how they keep adding stuff to Smash.
I think it's. I mean, we talked about the Nintendo World Championship announcement today too, and with Smash, I'm guessing is going to be there.
I think
don't
it
see
is.
how it wouldn't.
And
So
Splatoon.
yeah, Splatoon is a big
Puckett
one
wants
too.
to do a Splatoon tournament.
I think it's gonna
I'm
be great.
a fan of that.
Yeah.
I think it'd be hilarious.
Oh, it's and if you're wondering what Splatoon is, it's the new
if you
shooter
don't know
from
what it
Nintendo.
is.
You're missing out. Go look that one up later on after the show's over.
Ark. This is a game that me and you looked at. What was it, last week?
Yeah. Week and a half
It's
ago now?
sold 400K copies, $10 million in revenue, I guess. Already generated $10 million since its release last month, and it's only early access. If you haven't seen this game, looks pretty sick. I would compare it to like what, an H1Z1, but with dinosaurs and more guns.
Yeah, and they plan to expand it so much more. That's the big thing with this game is that it's planned to launch in June of 2016. So right now it's still early access. Obviously there's going to be issues with it. But when the biggest name streamers on all different platforms are streaming the game and people are going to watch it, it generates a ton of hype for it. So I remember looking, their Twitter last week had like 7,000 followers. Now it's pushing like 30,000 already. Like it's just exploding. It's a really unique type of game. It's a survival that I feel like we've never seen before. You can tame dinosaurs, ride them, fly them, all sorts of things. There's base building. You can play in groups. There's base raiding as
You
well
can
in the
explore
game.
like dungeons and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I saw it.
on the flip side, there's been some big issues with it though right now. The biggest one is its optimization. Even on the best of computers, people are still only getting like 20 FPS, and it like makes for a really poor game experience. So when you're trying to like hype up
It's
around a
there's
game,
so much stuff going on.
so it's still in a rough spot there. I haven't picked it up yet. I want to play it really bad, but I'm gonna wait until I hear that because my PC's getting a little
sale soon.
I know that's gonna be nuts. Steam summer sale. Can't wait. And the best part about Steam Summer Sale, it just pops up out of nowhere.
Yeah,
You just
I
wake
sold
up
a
one
bunch
morning and
of,
it's
I
just
sold
there.
a bunch of skins on CS.
You ready?
Gearing up for the summer sale.
Hey,
Um,
smart decision.
Advanced Warfare. There's some stuff going on with that. New gear coming to Xbox via supply drops.
Some of these are crazy.
So we got some. Yo, I like the Carnivale one. That reminds me of Assassin's Creed. That was like my favorite.
It's like a witch doctor looking
Yeah, you see
thing.
the Trapper, Fireproof, Paratrooper, Aces, Jackpot, Disco, X-Ray,
Here's the rest of the
Carnivale,
photos.
and
Can we possibly
Trapper.
click
Yeah,
on those?
yeah, we can click on these.
Oh,
Why
wow.
not?
That came up. That
the
actually was
Fireproof
perfect.
is cool. Fireproof is
I
cool.
like the helmet a lot.
Yeah.
Paratrooper, that reminds me of like the Halo 3 helmet. I
The
can't remember-
ODST guy.
Yeah, whatever it is.
All right, let's go. Let's look at the other ones.
Oh gosh, we really got into that one.
Yeah.
That's Fireproof and Paratrooper.
Yeah, we can go back. we can do
Here
this, guys.
is Aces, which some people were a big fan of Aces.
Nah,
I
I don't
don't
know.
know.
Those are too like cheesy for me.
Yeah, the one on the right, Jackpot, literally
There's
makes my
just
head
too
hurt.
much going on.
Yeah.
Let's go look at some of the other ones. I like the Denial XO too.
Oh, I can't
but-
wait for that to be fully released.
Yeah.
Now look at this one on the right, X-Ray. When you're using that,
Is that from the front or the back?
that's the back, but I think it's the whole thing is blue. You're just blue all over. So like when you're using that in game, don't you feel like you'd stand out?
Yeah.
And then also I was
I like the
saying-
disco one. The disco
Disco
one
one?
is cool.
I was thinking with the X-ray one,
The Carnivale ones.
that looks crazy, and that's legendary. So right now,
So what does that mean?
so it's like the most rare. It's rarer than Elite. It's the
Oh,
most
really?
rare in the game. So I know you've been gone for like the last week, but they introduced legendary and retired. So retired classes are basically skins that have been out that are now you can no longer get from supply drops. So they become rare over time. Legendary are rare, like barely anyone has them now. Like people are like
Right.
flooding their advanced supply drops to get them, and that's that one. And I think there's one more, like a Sentinel thing.
Uh-huh.
It's
Oh, we
it was
talked about
for
it.
the
Yeah,
Grandmaster,
for the Grandmaster
because
stuff,
there's like
yeah.
only one in the world. Well, now that's available to others.
Right. Oh, that's cool.
So
Anyway, some cool stuff going on from AW. Ratchet and Clank is coming to PS4. All sorts of new stuff going on there.
yeah, this is big. This is gonna be a big game.
They're going to come out with a feature-length film. We actually have the video for that. It's going to be a 2015 spring release date. Let's check this out.
This is the story of a Lombax named Ratchet and his robot friend Clank and the muscular, irresistibly handsome hero who helped them save the galaxy.
Oh boy.
Just remember what I taught you.
What did you teach me? Let's try this baby out. Yes.
I thought it was time to get you a new run.
Locking on. Got him.
Are you ready to be a Galactic Ranger?
Pretty sweet.
Yeah, it looks good.
I remember playing those games as a kid. I think the platform, just like genre in general, needs to make like, a huge comeback.
I mean, I was watching. So actually, there's gameplay already released of it that I got to look at. It looks really good.
Yeah.
Like, it honestly looks like a lot of fun. It's the first time it's ever been on PS4, and you saw right there, you could play the game based on the movie, based on the game. So the movie they're making, is it going to be just like the game, but you get to actually play in it and develop your own story. Should be a lot of fun. The movie, I think, releases April 29th, 2016, and the game releases in spring of 2016. So a lot of Ratchet and Clank news, especially coming up. Should be big for the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, should be
it's
cool.
One of their biggest franchises from PlayStation 2.
Should be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Guys, that is it for game news. When we come back, we're going to have fail videos. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell people you don't even like about it. It's going to be funny.